Hey everyone, welcome back to Tips and Streams. I'm your host, Kokon, and today we're stepping up to the plate with some MLB predictions that'll have you hitting home runs with your bets. We've crunched the numbers, analyzed the matchups, and found the best picks for you. Don't miss out on the action. Subscribe, like, and repost to stay in the know. Let's get those wins. And remember, it's all about the love of the game. Now, let's play ball. Today we have predictions for 3 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Colorado Rockies and New York Mets. The New York Mets are gearing up to host the Colorado Rockies at Citi Field in what promises to be an intriguing matchup. The Mets, third in the NL East, with a 47-45 record, are on an upward trajectory, while the Rockies, languishing at the bottom of the NL West with a 33-61 record, continue to struggle on the road. Let's break down the game to provide an accurate prediction. The Rockies have hit a rough patch, losing 4 of their last 5 games, including a series defeat to the Cincinnati Reds. Their recent 1-8 loss to the Reds highlighted their ongoing pitching struggles. With a season ERA of 5.58, the Rockies' pitching staff ranks last in the league, accompanied by a high whip of 1.54 and an opponent batting average of .290. They have allowed at least 5 runs in each of their last 5 games. In contrast, the Mets have won 5 of their last 6 games. Their recent sweep against the Washington Nationals, where they outscored their opponents 27 over 3 games, showcases their offensive strength. The Mets pitching staff has been relatively solid with a 4.18 ERA and a 1.31 whip, but their offense has been exceptional, scoring at least 6 runs in 3 consecutive games. Head-to-head, the Mets hold a 7-3 record against the Rockies in their last 10 matchups at Citi Field. The Mets have also been successful against the run line, covering in 6 of their last 10 home games as favorites. Conversely, the Rockies have struggled on the road, going 2-8 against the run line in their last 10 away games. Starting for the Rockies is right-hander Tanner Gordon, who has a 0-1 record with a 7.11 ERA and just 4 strikeouts in his only appearance this season. Gordon's lack of experience and rough debut spell trouble for Colorado. The Mets will counter with left-hander Sean Manaea, who has a 5.3 record with a 3.43 ERA and 87 strikeouts in 17 appearances this season. Manaea's recent form has been impressive, and his familiarity with the Rockies, against whom he has a career ERA of 4.85 in his last 5 starts, gives the Mets a significant edge. The Mets' offense, boasting a .249 batting average and a .320 on-base percentage, has been in top form. Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso have been key contributors with 16 and 18 home runs respectively and a combined 97 RBIs. The Mets' power hitting, reflected in their 4th-ranked slugging percentage, will be crucial against the Rockies' shaky pitching staff. The Rockies' offense, though featuring bright spots like Ryan McMahon's 14 home runs and 45 RBIs, has been inconsistent. Their team batting average of .244 and on-base percentage of .305 indicate struggles in providing sufficient run support. The Rockies' bullpen has been abysmal, with a league-worst ERA of 5.58, compounding their defensive issues. The Mets' bullpen, while not stellar, has been better with a 4.18 ERA. Defensive metrics also favor the Mets, who have committed fewer errors and boast a higher fielding percentage compared to the Rockies. Playing at Citi Field gives the Mets a distinct advantage. Their familiarity with their home ballpark, coupled with their recent form, tilts the scales further in their favor. Weather conditions are expected to be favorable, with clear skies and mild temperatures, ideal for a high-scoring game. Based on this comprehensive analysis, the New York Mets are well positioned to win this game convincingly. The stark contrast in pitching quality, offensive power, and recent form all point to a Mets victory. The recommended play is to take the New York Mets minus 1.5 on the run line. Additionally, considering the Mets' offensive surge and the Rockies' poor pitching, betting on the over 9 total runs is a strong play. The Mets' ability to exploit Gordon's inexperience and Manaea's solid form against a struggling Rockies lineup makes this a high probability outcome. In summary, the Mets' recent surge and the Rockies' continued struggles make this a game where New York should dominate. The prediction is the Mets on the run line at minus 1.5 and a high-scoring affair with the total going over 9. The second prediction for today is for a game between the Miami Marlins and Cincinnati Reds. Today, the Miami Marlins face off against the Cincinnati Reds at Great American Ballpark in a clash between two teams eager to improve their standings. The Marlins, struggling with a 32-61 record, will challenge a Reds team that has fared slightly better with a 45-49 record. Both teams have shown glimpses of potential, but have been hampered by inconsistencies. Yonny Chirinos will start for the Marlins. Despite limited appearances, Chirinos has displayed promise, allowing 9 runs in 19.1 innings pitched. He boasts a .379 expected opponent slugging percentage, a 33.9 hard hit rate, and a 3.58 expected ERA. His ability to induce weak contact has been a highlight, making it difficult for opponents to drive in runs against him. However, Chirinos faces a tough task with Miami's offense, which has been lackluster, averaging only 3.48 runs per game. Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Brian De La Cruz are the few bright spots in an otherwise struggling lineup. With a team batting average of .230, ranking near the bottom in major offensive categories, the Marlins' bats have been a significant drawback. On the mound for the Reds is Carson Spears, who brings a respectable 3.64 ERA over 9 games. Spears has allowed 19 runs in 42 innings, with a 36.0 hard hit rate and a 5.0 walk rate. His 3.87 expected ERA indicates his ability to limit damage effectively. The Reds' bullpen also complements him well, boasting a 3.33 ERA at home. Spears will contend with a Marlins lineup that has struggled mightily on the road, batting a dismal .222 and averaging just 3.49 runs per game. Given these stats, Spears is well positioned to control the game effectively. The Marlins' offense has been abysmal, ranked 29th in runs per game and slashing, .230, .281, .349. On the road, these numbers drop further to .222, .263, .331. Miami's recent games have not been kind, managing only 7 runs in their last 3 games. Their road struggles are epitomized by their inability to perform under pressure, particularly with runners in scoring position. The Reds, while not significantly better overall, have shown resilience, especially at home. They slash .228, .304, .385, with a slight uptick at home to .224, .304, .380. Despite their middle-of-the-pack offense, Cincinnati's bullpen has been a standout, posting a 3.33 ERA at home. The Reds have also been effective in limiting their opponents, as evidenced by their 10-run differential at home, which is a better indicator than their overall record. Recent matchups between these teams have trended low-scoring, with pitching often dominating the narrative. Both teams have faced challenges in generating consistent offense. The Marlins' struggles on the road and the Reds' relatively strong home pitching suggest a low-scoring game. Significant injuries that could impact the game include Reds pitcher Brandon Williamson, shoulder, and reliever Ian Gibaut, forearm, both scheduled for bullpen sessions soon. The Marlins have no major new injuries, maintaining the status quo of their struggling lineup. The betting line for this game has the Reds favored with a 1.5 run spread and the total runs margin set at 9.5. Given the detailed analysis of both teams' pitching and offensive struggles, the prediction here is for the total runs to stay under 9.5. In summary, both the Miami Marlins and Cincinnati Reds have exhibited offensive inefficiencies that, combined with effective pitching, suggest a low-scoring affair. The trends and stats strongly support the bet on the under. I'm placing my bet on the total runs, staying under 9.5 for the Miami Marlins and Cincinnati Reds game. The combination of weak offensive output from both sides and solid pitching performances points to a game where runs will be at a premium. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Kansas City Royals and Boston Red Sox. As the Kansas City Royals prepare to take on the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park, the stage is set for an exciting showdown. The Royals, third in the AL Central with a 51-43 record, come into this game riding the high of an 8-5 road victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. The Red Sox, also third in their division, the AL East, hold a 50-41 record and recently secured a commanding 7-0 home win against the Oakland Athletics. Kansas City will put their faith in young lefty Cole Ragans. Ragans, boasting a 5-6 record and a 3.28 ERA, has been a cornerstone for the Royals this season. His .222 batting average against is a testament to his ability to control the game, and his 7-inning, 2-run performance against the Colorado Rockies underscores his reliability. Boston will counter with right-hander Cooper Criswell, who holds a 3-3 record with a 4.15 ERA. Criswell's last outing against the New York Yankees was solid, with 4 innings pitched and just 2 runs allowed. His knack for limiting home runs, with only 6 surrendered this season, will be critical against a potent Royals lineup. Offensively, the Royals are led by Bobby Witt Jr., hitting .325 with 122 hits and 62 RBIs. Salvador Perez adds muscle to the lineup with 16 home runs. The team's overall batting average is .247, with a slugging percentage of .406, showing their ability to score in key moments. The Red Sox, led by Rafael Devers with a .292 average, 21 home runs, and 58 RBIs, boast a balanced attack. Jarren Duran, with 107 hits, further strengthens their offense. Boston's team batting average of .253 and slugging percentage of .421 highlight their consistent offensive output. When comparing home and away stats, the Royals hit .223 on the road, while the Red Sox averaged .252 at Fenway, scoring 4.9 runs per game. The Royals' bullpen has a 4.06 ERA away from home, whereas the Red Sox bullpen has a 3.73 ERA at home, indicating their ability to close out games. Historically, Kansas City has struggled at Fenway, losing 4 of their last 6 games in Boston. In the last 5 matchups at Fenway, the Red Sox have a 3-2 advantage, showcasing their home field edge. Both teams are relatively healthy, with no major injuries expected to impact the game, setting the stage for a tightly contested matchup. From a betting perspective, the line favors Kansas City by 1.5 runs, with the over-under set at 9.5 total runs. Considering the offensive firepower in pitching matchups, the under seems a plausible bet. Analyzing the pitching, Ragans has been dependable, but has shown some recent vulnerabilities. Criswell, though not having pitched in the majors since mid-June, has been steady in his outings. How each pitcher handles the opposing lineup will be crucial. Boston's bullpen, ranked 12th in ERA and 11th in WHIP, has been effective in closing games. Kansas City's bullpen, though less dominant, has shown resilience, but will need to be at their best against the Red Sox. Defensively, both teams are comparable, with similar fielding percentages and double play capabilities. Fenway's unique dimensions could also favor the Red Sox slightly. In conclusion, given the Red Sox's recent form, home field advantage, and bullpen effectiveness, they hold a slight edge in this matchup. While the Royals have been strong, their road performance leaves some doubts. In summary, the Boston Red Sox, riding their current momentum and home conditions, should edge out a close game. I'm betting on the Red Sox at +110.